This video is brought to you by MotionVFX. One of my favorite things about Final Cut Pro is the sheer amount of third-party plugins you can get for it. If you can think of an effect, a cool graphic animation, a unique title, or even a tool that Final Cut Pro doesn't have, someone can probably make a plugin for it. And there's a ton of people out there making plugins. Some are really good, some not so much. If you use Final Cut Pro, you know the company that hands down makes the best plugins for Final Cut Pro is MotionVFX. When it comes to the number of plugins, the variety, and most importantly, the quality of plugins, no one even comes close to MotionVFX. And now, instead of having to buy all these plugins, which can add up really fast, with Design Studio, you get basically every plugin MotionVFX offers for a reasonable monthly price. I use it all the time, and to help me easily find what I need, I put together a collection of my favorite and most used Design Studio elements. And I'm beyond excited to have MotionVFX feature my collection. So today, I want to share with you my favorite elements included in Design Studio. First, to find my collection in Design Studio, open mExtension, select Collections, and scroll down to YouTube Stars Collections. As you can see, I'm among some of YouTube legends here. Of course, I already have my collection added to my favorites, but if you want to add mine, or any other of these collections to yours, click on it and hit the download button. Once downloaded, you'll find it in my library. Let's take a look at mine. We'll start off with intros. If you want a cool branded intro, but you don't have the time, or maybe don't know how to build your own, Design Studio has some amazing presets. And you can customize each and every one of them to fit your brand. With Design Studio, all of them are right there, just a click away. Once you find the one you like, hover over it to preview what it looks like. You can download it right there and drop it right into your timeline, or click on it for more info. In this next window, you get a larger preview of the intro, similar elements in case it's not exactly what you need, and even a tutorial video on how to use it. To add it to your timeline, hover over the intro element and click the download button. Once downloaded, you can drag and drop it straight into your timeline. First of all, this makes it so much easier and faster to find exactly what you need. And second is you can customize every aspect of it. Here's what the original preset looks like. Now, here's the same preset, customized to fit my brand. Pretty cool, isn't it? While on the topic of intros, let's take a look at title cards. I use title cards almost as mini intros to different parts of my videos. Design Studio comes with hundreds of pre-made title card templates, but I like to build my own. That's another cool thing about Design Studio. You can combine multiple elements and make something really unique. For my title cards, I like to keep them clean and simple. Just a simple background and text. But I do like to animate it on in a cool way. Unfortunately, animating with keyframes sucks in Final Cut Pro. So what I've been doing for title cards is just using an animated background and a title element from Design Studio. The MKBHD collection has some really cool minimalistic backgrounds that animate on and off. So I usually grab one of these and drop it into my timeline. This one, for example, is fairly minimal with just a few simple animated nodes. I can leave these in, or if I want it to be even simpler, I can turn them off. I can also change the color for a nice minimalistic background with a simple ease in and out animation. You can't do this in Final Cut Pro. Now, I'll just find a typography preset, add it on top, and change the text, size, color, and whatever else needs to be adjusted. And just like that, I have a custom minimal title card. Now, if you watch my channel, you know I make tutorial videos, and I often need to point specific things out on screen. Design Studio makes this so much easier with add-on elements. I love this simple arrow animation, a callout with a handle, and one of my favorites is a highlight area element. I can just add it above my timeline and adjust the position and size of my highlight area. And if the part I'm trying to highlight is small, I can also adjust the inside scale to make it easier to see. This tool has been so helpful. Another thing you probably know if you watch this channel is I use a lot of screenshots in my videos. I also have quite a few long talking head segments and quite a few jump cuts. Now, the content in these shots might be interesting, but visually they're boring. To spice them up a bit, I like to use camera moves. For long, talking headshots, I like adding a constant zoom. Just a little bit of subtle movement makes a shot a lot more interesting. And this can go either way, in or out. If I, or a subject in my video says something important, a quick zoom really helps drive this point home. You just drop this element above your timeline, adjust the position and scale. Just like with title card backgrounds, you can't animate like this in Final Cut Pro. And even if you could, this is so much faster. For transitions in my project, I typically stick to two types. If I want to add an artistic transition, I love using film-style transitions like this one here, or this film burn one. Something that helps drive the story. For my tutorials, I stick to simple screen swaps. I love using a split screen style swap, or just a simple frame slide like this one here. Something simple and not too distracting. One feature I'm still shocked Final Cut Pro doesn't have is a built-in split screen effect. Once again, Design Studio to the rescue. Some of my favorites are the simple 4-screen preset, a 3-screen vertical, and I love this film style preset from the M-Film map collection. These are my favorites, but Design Studio has so many more to choose from. Another placeholder I love to use is this corner screen. This is really handy when I reference another video. Instead of just talking about it, I can use this preset and just have it pop up in the corner so my viewers can see what I'm talking about. And last, if like me, you make videos for YouTube or one of the other social media platforms, Design Studio has a ton of social media elements. Here's a few of my favorites. When I ask a question in one of my videos and want my viewers to comment, I love using this comment animation. It looks so cool. Or at the end, if I want to ask people to subscribe as my call to action, I often use the subscribe preset. Once again, looks great and a good visual cue. Also, sometimes during the video itself, I like to remind people that if they're enjoying the video and want more like it, to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Instead of me interrupting the flow in the video and saying it, which I hate when other people do, I like to just add a simple subscribe animation like this one in the bottom corner. Just a nice reminder, because all the likes, comments, and new subscribers really do help channel growth. And Design Studio has a nice collection of presets to visually convey this. These are some of my favorites, but Design Studio comes with so much more. Over 4,900 top quality elements to be more specific, and one of the best captioning tools I've ever used. And just like me, you can make your own favorites collection in Design Studio. There's a couple different ways you can do this. When you find an element you like, click on it to open the detail view, and click the start beside the download button. This adds this element to your favorites collection, which you can see if you click the start at the top of the window. If you want to get more specific, click the folder button and make your own custom collection. This is a great way to organize your Design Studio elements so you can find them even quicker. Before Design Studio, if you wanted a specific element, you had to go to the plugin developer's website, sift through a bunch of pages, and buy the entire plugin pack just for one or two elements. Kind of like cable packages back in the day. Then came Netflix. Design Studio is like Netflix for Final Cut Pro plugins. For a small monthly price, you get everything, all in one place, easy to find and with previews, so you know exactly what you're getting. And it's just a couple clicks to add it to your project. It's going to save you a ton of time and take your projects to the next level. A huge thank you to MotionVFX for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.